Things are heating up, and there is no doubt about that. I'm quoting what Turkish ambassador he said recently. He said, quote, "What is clear is that the most effective response should be the one that compels these aggressors countries to retreat and be brought to their knees." That's what he said. Recently, we have also seen Turkish foreign minister making similar statements. His rhetoric was even harsher, I believe. Take a look what he said. "Friends, this is no longer a sustainable pattern. We are no longer playing this game. America's attempts to clean up behind the scenes and mitigate every wrongdoing by Israel have become unacceptable. Israel's owners must now take its leash and protect it. The region can no longer tolerate continued Israeli provocations," he added, said Fidan. Again, he is from the Turkish foreign ministry. He's the foreign minister of Turkey. Guys, I want to also share with you a few other updates. But before I do that, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you happen to be one of them, consider subscribing. Let's take a listen to what Colonel Douglas McGregor is saying here about the possibility of Turkey getting involved and why Turkey matters.
The Middle East is not the Middle East that it was 20 years ago. And this is an ugly event. But if the Israelis go in there and ethnically cleanse Gaza, throwing all of these millions of people under the bus, so to say, especially in the onset of winter, it'll never completely happen because the region will go to war with them. And everybody keeps focusing on Iran. As Sullivan said, they had no role in triggering this. We need to understand that Qatar funds Hamas, not Iran. And then secondly, Qatar also funds Turkey. And the Turks are the real power. That's the 800-pound gorilla in the corner in the Middle East.
Okay, so again, Turks are the real power. This is what he predicted. And this, by the way, video clip is from, I believe, August, or not August, October last year. So he already predicted, Colonel Douglas McGregor, he already knew Turkey will be getting involved, and they did. For example, April, when Iran launched the attack, all of these Muslim countries, so-called Muslim leaders, they bailed out except Turkey. Turkey said and has confirmed the United States, they will not be allowed to use their airspace against Iran. Now, that's not the end of it. They have actually now deployed hundreds of planes and warships over the Bosphorus. I'm talking about Turkey. Take a look at this, all of these warships, Turkish warships. Take a look at all the military drills happening, and this is in Bosphorus. So again, think about this. These are all coming now at a time when Erdogan already made it very, very clear to US and Israel that they are going to be supporting Hamas, and they are going to be supporting Iran at the same time, as I just read what the foreign minister of Turkey said in Iran about the Iranian retaliation. Now, things, as I said, are getting heated up. We now have new information, new statements, new voices, if you like, from all over the world, talking about the exact same thing, which is genocide taking place in Gaza, especially coming from China. China said, if Iran and its allies are attacked, we will take action against Israel and the US. The same for Russia, which is a member of BRICS. So are Iran, Saudi Arabia, China, Brazil, Egypt, and South Africa. Turkey also plays an important role. Yes, China does have a lot to say in this matter. They are now heavily involved. They have invited the Palestinian political groups, all 10 of them, to bring all of them in under one umbrella. China has recognized Hamas, including Hamas leaders. They were there when China held talk. So now the geopolitics is changing. It is no longer the way it was in October last year, October 7th, when it took place. Now, guys, I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that Turkey is going to be helping Iran attacking Israel. I'm not saying that. But if you take a look at what Turkey, the rhetoric coming from Erdogan and his ministers, it is now quite obvious that there will be some clandestine operation, some covert operation, some kind of activities that Turkey will undertake in the coming days against Israel. There is one possibility that Turkey will choose the route of going through proxies, just like what Iran is doing, using proxies to attack or harm Israeli interest in the region without getting themselves exposed to this fray of war with US and Israel on one side. But if Turkey does get exposed, if Turkey does come out as an aggressor against Israel, which I think possible right now, then of course Turkey will call up Russia, Putin, to his help, to their aid, and including China. Now, Turkey is not leaving NATO, and a lot of people have qualms about this. I totally understand. But what I also understand at the same time, the reason Turkey, or I should say Turkey, they are not Turkey, I should call them Turkey, the reason they are not leaving NATO is because if they're, as long as they're staying in NATO, they will have a strong voice for this alliance, for the NATO alliance. For example, they vetoed the inclusion of certain Scandinavian countries joining NATO. I think it was Sweden or Finland, something like that. Turkey vetoed. Turkey said, we do not accept it. In other words, as long as Turkey is in NATO, the policy will be shifted or influenced by Turkey in such a way that the NATO members at one point will have no choice but to kick them out. Until Turkey gets kicked out from NATO by these European countries and in this, also the United States, they are not going to be leaving NATO because it is helping them. It is giving them a platform, not a military platform only, but also a platform where Turkey can vent out its frustration. It can share its opinion, its thoughts with other NATO members. And right now, these NATO members have really no choice but to listen to Turkey, because Turkey is the second most powerful when it comes to military size in NATO after the United States. Therefore, they have really no choice. And I believe that it is going to be only benefiting Erdogan and Turkey if they can stay in NATO, but again, outwardly going against Israel and US, and wait for US to expel Turkey, because at one point the rhetoric that is coming from Ankara right now, it points out to the obvious conclusion, which is that Turkey at one point will go against Israel and will be exposed, helping Iranian or other proxies like Hezbollah and Hamas openly to fight against Israel. And at that point, obviously, Israel will lobby US to expel Turkey, and Turkey at that point, I personally believe, will go to war with Israel openly if needed at that time. But right now, they're not going to be sending troops. However, we have seen a Muslim country, I believe Algeria, the president of Algeria, or head of state, he promised that Algerian troops will be in Gaza very soon to rebuild and also to guard the properties in Gaza from further destruction from the Israeli genocide. What is happening right now? Again, I'm not going to go to any conclusion. These are all things that are happening right now. These are all rhetorics coming that I'm sharing with you. But what we will be seeing in the coming days is going to be a dramatic shift in foreign policies for all of these countries after this Gaza genocide. We are no longer living in we're no longer living in pre-October 7th. We're living now under this new era of October, after or post-October 7th, and anything right now can and will be possible, looking at what Israel did to the people of Gaza. I have some comments here. Quest, I watch with no ads. Thank you guys. Nizra, Randy, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.